Welcome back to this part 3 of the introduction video. And in this video I would like to demonstrate you how you can set up your own preset for multiple loudness reading. First of all, I will go back to the preset we have been working with before, the audio preset video with video input signal. This is a starfish, and you can see this is coming out of test pattern generator. I don't need to have the picture preview, so I take it away. But you can see this is a video also because I have this indicator in the left hand corner. This indicator is the IWIS indicator, and it's currently showing that I have 80% of the quality of the maximum quality I can have out of my video signal. So if you have jitter, that is shown on that indicator immediately. More about that later. We have our preset left, right, center, LFE, left surround, right surround. And if I click on the left, you can see this is coming from the left channel, the first channel in my embedded signal. And you have the channels coming below. And you can see down here I have mix down left and mix down right in my signal. And what I want to do, I want to put the mix down left and the mix down right in front of the surround sound signal. So what I do, I right click on the bar where I want a bar graph to be inserted to the left side. So I right click on the left, and by default it's switched off. But if I roll to the left channel, this is assigned to left channel, I do it again and assign that to mix down right channel. And what I also want to change a small spacing between the two so it's more obvious. So now you can see I have mix down left, I have mix down left right, and I have left right. What I need to assign the type to these two bars, because currently I don't know that this is actually a left channel and this is a right channel. This is just a name. So what I want to do, I want to click on the bar and I do the label assign, and I click on the left channel, telling the system that this is actually a left channel. And I do the same on the right channel. And you notice what happened. This is now indicating 1, so this is my monitoring set 1, and set 1 where I will measure the loudness. This is set 2, so if I click on the 2, I will be looking at the starfish. The selection is also controlling the monitoring output, so if you have selected down mix, the down mixer, and you are using the headphone socket, you can actually control whatever you want to listen to, the stereo or a down mix of the surround sound or the surround sound signal. That is also available on the HDMI output. So if you have an external television set, you can listen to it on that set. What I want to do, I also want to have some bar graphs showing me the loudness values. So what I do, I click at the edge and say, okay, I want to have a short-term bar graph. And I want to have another short-term bar graph because I want to have it for both channels. Close it again. And you can see I have short-term, and the short-term here is reflecting the green bars. Of course, you can use the color the way you want. If you want to make it clearer, and I do the yellow one. So now I'm using the colors on the bars to indicate that loudness value correspond to these channels and the green ones. You can select whatever color you want. And you can see this is currently programmed to reference level that's minus 23, which is the R128. You can change that by clicking on the bars and go to the either select one of the presets, predefined presets we have selected, or you can go to the loudness setup and select the level, reference level you want to play with. Change that to minus 24, and I want this filter, this to be indicating LKFS. Right. So you can see by doing this, I have changed the scale here to minus 24, which is the standard in the US, and the writing is LKFS. It's up to you. If you want to use LUFS, you simply go and select scale mode LUFS, and all your readings will be relative to the reference level. So this will be 0, and this will be also indicating. I will switch back loudness setup to the minus 23. So if I want to have a numerical readout, for instance, of the integrating loudness, I can do that by tailoring the readout window here. This is currently giving me the integrating loudness of the first channel set. And if I press the reset, you can see this is reflecting minus 20, and this is actually rounding just a fraction of a dB to minus 19.9. And if I want to read the second loudness value, I can put this integrating. So now I'm reading here integrating loudness for the second set. So you can see that is 15.3, which is 15.3 here, the accurate value. You can do the same with the loudness values. So if I want to have loudness range for the first set, it's 0 because it's a steady input signal. So you can see I programmed loudness range for the two sets here. What you can also do is that you can increase the size of this window. And if I can slide the vertical panel away. I can do that either with a mouse, or I can do it so you can see you have large readouts, and you have in total 11 lines you can populate. So if you want to have true peak values, you want to have short term, or you can do that and fill out the window with exactly the values, or add a spacing if you want to do that. If you prefer to have everything related to the first set at the top and spacing and the second step, you can easily do that. One of the things you can also do here is that you can populate the menu strip, because if you find this is too overwhelming, I don't want that number of keys on the strip, I select an empty or nearly empty key strip. This is going to be my key strip, and you can have the peak indicator, you can have the whole, or you can have the reset. And the 3 key you have here is also the keys that you will be sensitive, that will be sensitive to the external GPIO port. So if you have an external contact closure, you can program the first 3 keys on the left hand side to be sensitive to that operation. Whatever you want to do, you can put in. If you don't need the plus 20 key, you take it away. So I don't need the plus 20 key here. So this is now my preset with the keys I want to operate with my loud. I have my reset key and the peak and the hold. You can also in this mode switch to loudness automation, which is even more comprehensive, that you can look at the loudness versus time as a historical graph on both channels. It's easier to see if I close it. If I go to another preset, for instance, this is another preset where I'm using the blitz tone generator at the output. It's a more live. So this is the loudness versus time for that tone generator. And we are currently looking at the surround sound. If I want to look at the stereo mixdown, I simply click on that. So this is now showing. And this is working continuously. There will be a special video how to use the functionality of the loudness automation, time-saving loudness automation together with the time code. And this is end of part 3 of my introduction.